Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It is Thanksgiving Day. We are out here getting ready for a Friendsgiving, so time to clean up. So Christy's gonna jump on the four-wheeler, the 8 car, like you guys saw in a previous video. I've got the hood on. I went ahead and mounted a seat that I bought, and so seats in. So we're gonna get this thing back down to the barn. We've sold 3 race cars, and so that's good. The Prelude is sold that you guys saw on the channel. The 111 salvage is sold, and the blue pure stock is sold. So that's good. That eliminates some projects that we have for the off season, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of work to do. And so thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the last Pike race and the in-car cameras. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but for now, let's get to work and get this car down to the FFR barn. Ready? Oh yeah. Feel like I'm racing again. No pedal though. Let's go. Alrighty, so we got the 8 car back down here. All the cars are pushed out just because they were using the barn, I think, for a party or Thanksgiving or whatever they were using it for. But the Falcon obviously is in its resting place for the week. But we're gonna get this car brought back in there, and we've already got the engine all back together. You guys saw that. I went and got an oil pan gasket. So when we come back, probably tomorrow, whenever we get the Prelude picked up in the field, we'll probably try to push this thing back under the barn and get to work with it. For now, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our Thanksgiving. So much to be thankful for, and I hope you guys can say the same. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. So I'm back out here at the barn. We've got some cars in the way that we gotta get out, but I'm gonna try my best to get this joker pushed back up into the barn. I may have to go get Emma's help. But you guys have already seen by now, I've got some pure stock work done, and we got a bunch of work done to Joe's car right here. Dad's been out here doing some sheet metal work, so he's got a lot of the sheet metal stuff done. So this one's real close to getting the engine put back in. But you can see there's a sneak peek of the next video on Joe's car. But I'm gonna push Joe's out real quick and see if I can do my best to get the 33 moved and then get that thing moved back in here, because the goal is to try to get that engine put back in. So let's see if we can make it happen. Man, this thing rolls good with good tires on it. Actually, it rolls really good. All the way into the pond. Right there will be your final resting place for the day. All right, see if I can move that joker with a flat tire. That should be fun. May have to get the four-wheeler. This thing's running like garbage. All right, 2 down. See if I can attempt to move this by myself without being able to steer it. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is a little bit harder than I thought, but just gonna have to take it easy. Turn, baby, turn. That's driving without driving there. straighten it up a little bit and get y'all up in there now. And that's how you do things when you're by yourself. Use a four-wheeler. So now that I got this car in here, I'm going to get this engine, which I believe is the 111 engine, if I'm honest with you guys. That engine out of the way, and then I got to roll that engine over here and get it ready to be put back in, and hopefully it goes in easier than it came out. So let's get these things moved. I lied to y'all. There's one major thing missing before this thing can go back in. The transmission. So I'm going to at least get it off this jack stand or this engine stand so I can get the transmission bolted to it. That'll be next. There we go. So I'm nowhere near ready to install this engine. I thought I was, but I forgot that this engine came out of an automatic, and that engine, obviously this car is a manual. So I've got to take all the old automatic flywheel stuff off and convert it into manual. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll come right back, but I'm probably not gonna be able to get to installing this thing today. Probably gonna have to worry about getting all this transmission all fitted up, but we'll try to get as far as we can. So I got the flywheel and the clutch all put on. Austin just got home, but he said it's too cold for him to work. But I think Dad's gonna come out here and try to get the transmission mounted. I have to go, I've got to go to church. But if I had to guess, Dad's probably gonna try to mount the transmission. He'll more than likely try to put it back in the car, knowing him, because he's in a working mode. He's been working on the Falcon, working on Joe's, working on the 111. So who knows? But I'll see y'all the next time I come out here. Maybe Dad will film. If he doesn't, I'll update you guys when we get done.
All right, everybody, this is the mailman. Skylar's been out here working a little bit on this 8 car, and it's a mess out here in my shop. Off season usually gets a mess because there is a pile of work going on in off season. I would much rather have racing season, but a lot of work going on. If I don't get out here and do it, it ain't all gonna get done. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. Them boys like to work on Tuesday nights. Old mailman's working every night. So I'm not as good on this video as Skylar, but I'm better on putting cars together. So I'm gonna flip this around, let y'all see what's going on. All right, so about 20 minutes ago, Skylar was out here. Mailman came, put the transmission in. Trying to find bolts is like, it's a game around here, and nobody but me likes to put bolts back in cars so you can find them. So that's part of the fun of putting these motors together, is you got to find nuts and bolts and everything else. So I have a few that I didn't find. I got 2 motor mount bolts right back there. There's 1 motor mount bolt right there. The head came off like 2 years ago. You know, when it blowed up, when I blowed it up and they took the head off of it, who knows where them bolts are. Or I'd have the exhaust, but we got to have an exhaust gasket. I would at least have the bolts in there. But got to hook up the wiring now. Get the fuel lines in, get the starter wire pretty much wired up. And get this header on here, even if we just, so y'all all know, y'all seen it, we got this motor out of Barry's, you pull it. We don't know how good it is. It looked good when we pulled it apart. It looked pretty decent. Nothing was making any noise when we cranked it. When we rolled it over. So we're probably just gonna shove that header on there without a gasket right now, just to crank this motor up to see. But again, I got 2, 4, 6, 8 nuts that are missing, and nobody knows where they are, so I'll try to figure it out. I'm gonna try to figure out all this wiring. It's a little bit different than a K20 A2 or a K24, so I'm not good at setting up and filming, so I'm gonna get to work and I'll come back and give y'all an update. All right, Houston, we got a problem. So this is the only thing when you're dealing with trying to pull motors out of junkyards like this. Wiring harness, I found one thing that goes in right. Our distributor, we're gonna have to swap it out. The plug's not the same on this motor as the other, so pretty much we might have messed up here. We'll get Kevin over here, see what he can do. Cause wiring is not my thing on these motors, so trying to figure out how to make me look better, but I can't do it, so ain't no way making this face look no better.
We got to take a break in the program. It's the next day, but I have a special delivery by a special someone being dropped off all the way from Pennsylvania. So let's check out what's in this box truck here. Alrighty, so the box is opened up. Can anybody see what's in there? Look at this joker here. This is KK. We'll just go with Coochie Coo. Drove it all the way from Pennsylvania, huh?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Good ride?
Yeah.
This is your first time on the channel, isn't it?
On the channel?
Yeah. He's
in the camera, isn't
That's right. He is a subscriber and a really good friend all of a sudden. He texts me every day. So it's very cool. But
if you don't check in, you know.
yeah, well, yeah. All right, guys, so y'all look at this. What is that? That is a flat cart. So we're going to get up here and get it unloaded, and we'll show y'all a little bit better. And we'll tell y'all a little backstory on it. Right?
Right.
Judah, what do you see?
Go-kart.
A go-kart. Are you going to ride it?
Yes.
All right.
Only just today.
Can you tell me what number you're going to be? What number you think you want to be? Are you going to pick your own number, or are you going to, what number?
33.
No, Uriah's 33, so what number are you going to be?
43.
You want to be 43? Like Charlie Monastery?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm almost that old.
43. All right, well, we'll see if that stands or if you're just saying it. Let's go look at it, okay?
Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, there it is, guys. I think it's like an ultimate chassis. I'd have to go back and look, but we have got to give a huge shout out to Austin F up in Pennsylvania. Pretty cool, Austin F, ain't it? Yeah. Not Austin Fleming. He didn't give me this. But man, y'all, he has hooked us up. I don't think that's the same motor as that. By no means. Looking at everything, I'm pretty sure when you look right here,
It says big cam.
big cam. I'm pretty sure that not a stocker like that one, but he gave us a seat.
Look who brought it to.
Yeah, I already talked with Carrie. Coochie Coo. But guys, look at all this. He gave us a whole nother engine, gears,
Get that name.
a bully clutch. I mean, my gosh. Adult stock. All the stuff to, oh, that looks like pedal extenders right there, look.
Yep.
So Austin, I cannot thank you enough, man. You have blessed me tremendously. I think this one's, I'm gonna let Dad drive this one too. We may take it up to the church and have a little who can go the fastest.
Well, you know who that's gonna be.
It'll be me.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Robert.
Gonna be on that.
They're eating too much seafood.
Robert Eaton said, Skylar Fleming's like Kyle Larson. He can drive anything, and he's good at all of them.
Yeah.
Except that right now, right? Look at it.
Yeah.
Whoop. Just kidding. That was because of brakes.
You had to put a pizza pocket inside.
Well, Carrie, thank you so much, dude. Carrie is the man. He does trucking, boom, right there, and was in Pennsylvania and went and met Austin and loaded it in his truck. So we're going to see what we can do with this. We may have to go take it over to Pensacola. Just a fun little story. I actually had two of these. Raced them one time, right? And what'd I say?
You didn't do too good.
I'm getting rid of this. there's just so much prep that goes into these tires on dirt. And literally, if any of you racers are watching, know you have to take these tires off every time you go on the dang track. When you come back in, you got to take them off, wash them, re-prep them. It don't matter if you made one lap and your chain came off. So it was just a lot of work. So if I go race dirt, I'm going to get me some groove ones that you can't prep. So, all right, well, we're going to get back to work on the 8 Enduro. Here comes all the crew out to see it. What you want to see? Come on. Look at it. What number is that thing?
52. I've always wanted that, but another go-kart.
Well, go sit in it and see how you fit. I think the seat's just for you. You think it is?
Just a bit that.
Give it gas.
I can't.
You're right, go.
I can't. I think we gotta do.
Smile and say cheese. Good job,
We
buddy.
gotta do some workout this.
Yeah, I think this is going to be for Daddy and Judah. Hello?
Hey, Mr. Schuyler, I'll just give you a call back.
Is this Mr. Austin F?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm standing here with a guy named Coochie Coo, KK, who just dropped off a go-kart to me. You know anything about it?
Yeah. Make sure you guys bleed the brakes on that. And make sure there's no oil on top of the piston.
Yeah, we pushed Skylar out the back of the truck.
And he about flew off the back.
Nice.
Bro, I just want to thank you so much. I've got you on the video right now if you're good with it. But
Yeah.
I just want to thank you. You sent me more than I thought you were sending me, so this is overwhelmingly amazing.
Oh, yeah, I hope you guys can use it.
Man, that
I was just worried. I just wanted to get a word to you to make sure you guys bleed the brakes and make sure there's no oil on top of the piston.
yes, sir.
Fire it off, but it should be a good little unit for you.
You've got a couple legend cars, don't you?
Yeah, I just picked up another one, so
Awesome.
trying to make some things work. I don't have much time, but I do it.
I may have to come up there and wheel one for you one day.
Oh yeah. Pennsylvania, we get down up here. You guys, I don't know if you could hang up here.
Yeah, I probably couldn't. You guys rock and roll up there.
Nah.
That's hilarious.
Though.
All right, buddy. Well,
Any questions with the car?
I sure will. I just wanted to call and say thank you again, man.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, brother,
Take
later.
it easy. Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Dad held down the reins while I was gone, but you can see the engine is in.
Right.
So I redid a hot wire right there. Dad got a new. What'd you have to change? Did you tell him you had to put a different distributor?
We don't have. We had to put a different distributor. We don't have the alternator hooked up. We don't have nothing hooked up other than
Just to try to crank it.
trying to crank it.
All right, so distributor is hooked up. We got a battery on it with a piece of junk battery and
We
charger.
got gas in it.
We don't even know if it's got gas, so here goes nothing. We'll see what happens.
Carb cleaner.
All right, you send him in.
Go ahead.
I'll turn it off. Let's bolt this header up real quick.
You ain't got no gasket.
If I would have known, I would have got a gasket for it. Hey, I call that a win. For an old junkyard berries, you pull it, what was it, 200 bucks? How much we spend on it? 280 or 260?
200.
260 bucks.
And we ain't got everything.
We don't have everything hooked up, but
We got to change the alternator.
we gotta change the alternator. We gotta find some header bolts.
We got
Which,
to find the radiators. Who knows where they're at?
what is it?
But it
that's-
runs.
It runs.
Got smoke coming out.
Struts not. Oh, the axles not aren't in, are they? But it fired right up with no carb cleaner. Or
Right.
whatever. it sounds good. I don't hear no knocks or no ticks or no nothing. Okay. I'm happy with that. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
So we gotta for sure get a exhaust gasket. I've got to go get header bolts or manifold, I guess, exhaust manifold bolts. We got to get bolts for power steerings. We got to get some hoses put in, and then get
Find radiators.
find the radiators,
fans.
axles.
That was all here at one time.
Yeah, it was
The
all
axle
here.
Should be right over there.
So you are
But it's
going,
a runner again. At least it cranks up.
and it cranked faster than I expected, to be honest. So you're going to the Snowball Derby tonight?
Yep.
All right. So
Watch some races.
we're actually going to be giving you guys a full race vlog video from the Snowball Derby with Colton Rutherford, number 75 Crown stock. So we'll call this a night for tonight. We got it at least fired off, and we'll see you guys the next time we work on this car. So it is the next day. I went to the parts house last night and got the exhaust gasket, or I'm sorry, the exhaust bolts and our fuse that we were missing from yesterday. But unfortunately, I bought the wrong gasket, and so we're going to have to put this one on hold. And it's for a really good reason. Whoops. It's for a really good reason because we are going to the Snowball Derby tonight. And so we're going to call that a wrap on the 8 car. You guys heard it run. We got it in. We just got to do one more video on it before it's complete. We got to get axles in, get the exhaust gasket, change the alternator, get the radiator, and all that fun stuff. So you guys get one more video on this. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you had, please consider subscribing to the channel to follow along. We're doing a bunch of builds right now, so you guys know that we're not going to have any shortage of footage this off season. So thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, and before I forget, do not forget to go to shopffr.org. I just released my Pure Stock shirts, so I'm pumped about it. They look amazing. We've got hoodies, we've got Christmas ornaments, everything in time for Christmas. So you guys don't forget to check that out. Shopffr.org. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on the 8 Enduro build. We're headed to the Derby. You guys will get a video of that. We'll see you in that video. Peace.